Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we have the privilege of interviewing the remarkable Farangiz who hails from the beautiful city of Tashkent in Uzbekistan. Farangiz is not only known for her impressive achievements in the field of TKS Innovate, Pineapple Guild membership and brain computer interface, but also for her fascinating life journey and experience in her homeland. Without further ado, let's delve into her captivating story and learn more about her background, the vibrant city she calls from. So, first of all, please introduce yourself.
My name is Farangiz, but you can call me Farah if you want. I'm 17 years old and I recently graduated from school, and I'm so happy to be here.
Wonderful. So, my first question is that can you tell us more about your role and responsibilities as a member of TKS Innovate? How did you get involved with the organizations and what motivated you to join?
Yeah, sure. TKS, I joined TKS last year. I applied to it in February, like last year in February, and I found it about really randomly, and I just decided to give it a shot. And I never really thought that I'm gonna be accepted one day, and I just tried, and it comes out that they're gonna be interview, and interview passed so well. Like I felt like I was talking to my friends, and after this. Um, they they asked me to write an article about artificial intelligence, and I accepted this offer. And after a week I finished it and also recorded a short video about saying how I did the research and how I actually wrote my article. And after a few weeks, they sent me an email saying that I was accepted, and I was so happy and excited for this. And in September, our education started, and it was a really, really like incredible journey that lasted 10 months. And for me, it was something huge because I never really like talked to international people, like met them and had a conversation with them. And studying in TKS, I've known a lot of things that I never really did before, and I met incredible people. And yeah, a lot of things that I'm doing now is because I joined TKS, and especially after joining TKS, I got interested in BCI field and started to go deep in it. And yeah, recently I graduated from TKS, and I'm so happy that I had the chance to be the part of it.
Great. Okay, let's move on next question. As a Pineapple Guild member, what unique opportunities and experiences have you had within our community? How has being a part of this network influenced your personal and professional growth?
Yeah, I joined Pineapple Guilds recently, I think in March. And yeah, being a part of Pineapple Guild, I can connect with a lot of interesting people. Like being the part of this, I met a lot of ambitious and curious people that I know now, and talking to them, I recognize how they're curious, and every time they kind of talk about their accomplishments and the projects they do. And uh, every time I got surprised by this, like how they do this, and how kind of creative they are. And I also met some younger people who are also on Pineapple Guild, and like hearing their stories and the projects they are doing, I'm like thinking about that. I never really thought about this being in their age, and also being a Pineapple Guild member, I can participate in this events with speakers and know more about them, ask questions, and it's a it's actually a really really great opportunity for me.
Okay. Could you explain the concept of a brain computer interface BCI and its potential application? What are some of the keys advancement or break break thoughts you find most exciting in in this field?
Yeah, sure. Like I got interested like in BCI last year on September, like after joining to TKS, and so before I never really know about brain computer interfaces. So computer interfaces is a technology that allows the kind of communication between your brain and the external device. And a BCI works by capturing electrical signals from your brain, and there are like three types of BCI as invasive, semi-invasive, and non-invasive. And this technology has a vast potential applications in various fields like healthcare, gaming, education, and one of the most compelling applications of BCI is in healthcare. So, for example, like BCI technology enables people with disabilities and such as paralysis and amputations control or actually manipulate external device such as maybe a robotic arm, and so that this technology is also like has improved the quality of life of many people that with disabilities. And also another important application of BCI is gaming, and using BCI in gaming can be more entertainment, and BCIs are used to make gaming more immersive and responsive. So also another application is in education. So BCIs have the potential to revolutionize the way students learn, like through BCI, students with learning disabilities and difficulties such as maybe like autism or dyslexia and other kind of this difficulties can receive tolerated lessons. Um, and so, yeah.
All right. So, how do you see integration of BCI technology impacting various industries in the future? Are there any specific sectors where you believe BCI will play a particularly significant role?
Yeah, like as I said before, like some sectors where BCI is accepted to have significant role is in healthcare. BCI technology could be used to diagnose and treat range of diseases and psychological illness, such as epilepsy or Parkinson's disease and depression. Also it can have significant impact on gaming. Um, like BCI technology could enhance the gaming experience by allowing players to control games with their mind and make this more entertainment. Um, yeah, also I think that can be it can have a huge impact on manufacturing. BCI technology could improve productivity and safety in manufacturing industries by enabling workers to control machinery and equipment with their minds and thoughts.
Okay, let's move on to next question. What are the main challenges or obstacles that researchers and developers face when working with BCI technology. How do you think these challenges can be overcome? Further enhances its ability and accessibility.
Yeah, I think the huge difficulty that a lot of people facing is was the accuracy of signals because like one of the significant challenges is interpreting the brain signals accurately because every person has their own unique signals, so um, it can be accurate every time. So and this is the first challenge, I think, and the second challenge is user training because uh, like using BCI can be sometimes hard, and people have to consistently have to produce consistently electrical signals so that it could be more accurate. And I think there's also the cost because BCI technology can be cheap. It may be really expensive. So yeah, I think these are the most like a challenger that the people are facing.
Okay. All right. Could you share any notable projects or initiatives related to BCI that you have been involved in or are currently working on? What are the main goals and outcomes you have to achieve with these projects?
Yeah, I was working on doing my replicate on this like BCI field, and I was thinking about a lot of ideas how I can do the replicate and actually what kind of replicate I want to do. And um like I think that some ideas that I had is controlling the depression and anxiety using BCI, and it can be like how like um, yeah. So I was having anxiety like 2 years ago, and I would love to know it beforehand, and yeah, this was my first idea, and the second idea is I was having that creating brain controlled drone, and I love filming, to be honest, and I saw this vlogger and YouTube. She usually films their movies using drone, but I did some research on that field, and people said that it can be sometimes hard to control the drone, and I was thinking about creating this mind controlled drone, but there are some difficulties on it, and the other one is creating a game that could be that could uh, using BCI, and that I could actually control it using my thoughts and producing electrical signals. So for this, I need to know how to like programming and also how to build this. So yeah, like I haven't really decided this yet, but um I'm in the process.
Okay, great. Could you please share with us some details about your early life and upbringing in Tashkent, Uzbekistan? How have your cultural roots and background influenced your personal and professional journey?
Yeah, sure. Like I was born in Tashkent, but my family is actually from the another city of Uzbekistan, called Shahrizabs, and every summer I spent there, like in my grandparents' house, and this place is really close to me. And in Tashkent, I have a lot of friends. Like I study at school here, and um, I have a lot of my relatives lives here, but um, my childhood is connected with that another city called Kashkadaria, and I really love it because every time when I think about my childhood, I remember that place with like playing with my friends. And actually, this place is really different from Tashkent because it's more historical and people are there a bit different than in Tashkent, because in Tashkent people are more urbanized. They kind of don't really encounter it with difficulties, and but in Kashkadaria, because of that it's like a mountain place, a lot of people have done a lot of things by their own and encountered with a lot of difficulties and hard times. So people really differs of from these places, and yeah, like it's helped me a lot to grow, you know.
Alright. Tashkent, Uzbekistan is known for its rich history and cultural heritage. Can you highlight any specific aspect of the city or country's cultural that have played significant role in shaping your identity and outlook on life?
Yeah. Uzbekistan is really historical place, and there are a lot of historical places where people can see the history of ours. And I think looking at these places, and to be honest, I've never been in some places like in Khorazm or Bukhara, and but every time when I see pictures or see this like on my own, um, I kind of like understand how people lived in the past, and uh, it um, kind of brings this uh, like the spirit of the history of of the past times, and it's really exciting.
Okay. Uzbekistan is renowned for its traditional arts and crafts such as ceramic, textiles, and music. How have you been involved in any artistic or cultural pursuits that are unique to your country? If so, how have they influenced your creativity and perspective?
To be honest, I was connected with the music of like Uzbekistan, and not particularly, but I studied music in this musical school, and we were having this a lesson while in which we had to um, sing Uzbek songs, and it was so exciting because Uzbek songs are, some of them are really beautiful, and um, yeah, we had a lot of events there where we had to sing the songs and um, play the songs actually. So yeah, it's really helped me to grow because by this you know how is your um, country's culture were built, and um, how it developed by the time, you know.
Okay. As a resident of Tashkent, you have likely witnessed the city's growth and transformation over the years. What are some notable changes or development you have observed, and how have they influenced your outlooks on progress and innovation?
um like through years, Uzbekistan shaped like a lot. There are a lot of uh, different places now. It's not really that uh, uh, it's not that it was before, and I know a lot of places that is more different than it was in the past. For example, I can say around my house there were a lot of these small houses that were built from like I think from the sand and um, yeah, like it was more historical before, and actually, at the center of the city, Tashkent, it was more historical. There wasn't a huge buildings before, and now we have this place called Tashkent City, where we have like huge places and huge buildings and uh, that look more like European and now some people are split because some people say that it's good that our country and our city is shaping in more different, in different appearances. But um, some people said that it was it was more beautiful than it was than now because by that we could see the history of our country and now we don't have this uniqueness. So yeah, like, but I would say that Uzbekistan, especially Tashkent, is more different than it was before.
Okay, Uzbek cuisine is famous for its flavorful dishes such as plow and manti. Are there any favorite local dishes or culinary traditions that you particularly enjoy? How does food play a role in connecting people and preserving cultural heritage in Uzbekistan?
Yeah, I love food here in Tashkent because we have diversity of food, and I think plov is my favorite. And I think that food has a huge impact on connecting people because people usually in our country they gather together and having food and to just have fun and hang around and just to talk and um, a lot of people had new communications by just having food together and just hanging around. And I think like also our food is really delicious, and people here especially international people love some of our foods. And yeah, I think that it plays a huge role on connecting people.
Okay. Uzbekistan has made significant strides in recent years to promote terrorism and showcase its cultural treasures. Are there any specific initiatives or projects in your country that you find particularly exciting or inspiring? How do you see terrorism contributing to the country's growth and development?
Yeah, there were a lot of programs to help to increase tourism in our country, and I think that like the program that I know is was created by the Minister of Culture and Tourism, and was instructed to organize for 500 international people to with disabilities, as well as just to develop a program of training and tourism. They created a program that would allow these people with disabilities to learn 100 sign language guides in Khorazm and Bukhara and Samarkand, and also Uzbekistan have established a visa-free regime for some countries, including United States, and I think it could be so. It has a lot of positive sides because people could travel more freely and to get to know our country more.
All right. So, lastly, as a proud resident of Tashkent and ambassador of Uzbekistan cultural, what message or advice would you like to share with people around the world about your country and its unique qualities?
Yeah, like I think one of the unique qualities of my country is that it's historical and it has a lot of like places where people could visit, especially people who love history and old things. And I think this is the really um, like one of the great advantages of my country. And also um, I've heard from a lot of international people that we have really friendly people, and every time I know that the stories from international people, they said that sometimes when they go to the taxi and drivers know that these people is international, and they allow them to um, like get to their destination like for free. They don't really require money. And people in markets, they usually like to know more about this people, especially tourists. And um, like there was a time when I got lost, and I really had like needed help. um, I asked some people, they was so friendly and they actually helped me. And I think this is the main things that in Uzbekistan, it's history and friendly people and also food.
Thank you so much for your advice and thank you so much for your valuable time. And thank you, friend guys, for sharing your inspiring journey and insights about Tashkent, Uzbekistan. We appreciate your contribution and wish you continued success.
Thank you so much for having me. It
Thank
was
you.
an honor.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Allah Hafiz and bye bye.